Hello, friends. Glenda Mollett here, and welcome to my craft room on this very chilly Monday morning. Well, it's chilly for here. It's probably not chilly for a lot of people, but it is chilly for us. Uh, it's above zero, but I know that doesn't make it any easier to handle when you live somewhere that is probably very cold at the moment. So I'm just trying to get this set over to my VIP group. And then we can get going because I've got a wonderful card for you today. And it uses the Frozen Edges dies. Now, when I first got this, I did not get the bundle. I just got the dies. There we go. We're set up. Okay. And I made a couple of cards with the dies, and I never ever did do anything with them. So I figured I might as well share them with you now. So there'll be one now, and then there'll be one next Monday. I don't know when the other ones go. Yes, next Monday on the 9th. Sorry, I was just looking at my list over there. So there's a few things happening tomorrow. So today's December the 2nd. Tomorrow, December the 3rd, we have some stuff happening in Stamping Up World. The first thing is 2 new kits are dropping. Why do I say dropping? Why does everybody say dropping? Debuting. There is a card kit, and there is also a perennial calendar kit. And I can't wait to get my hands on this because it's where you write, it gives you the months of the year, and then it has spaces to write everybody's birth dates on for each month. So you write them in there and go to that page every month or at the end of the previous month, and you know who you have to send cards to. Never miss a birthday again as long as it's written down in this book. So that's coming on Tuesday. Let me just see what else there is. I've got my list. They are remanufacturing, recoloring 3 of our designer papers that we used to have, and people loved them. So I will show this when I flip it over, and I'll show you what it used to be. Oh no, this one hasn't got what it used to be. The other one, the other poster has, I'll show you what the new colors are. And the last chance list from the September to December mini catalog goes live tomorrow, December the 3rd. Probably tonight, December the 2nd, just after midnight. So I'm eagerly awaiting that to find out what's carrying forward and not retiring, and what they're going to have in the retiring list. Now, the retiring list is going to be different than it has in the past, because in the past, they've had the retiring list, and it starts the day it's released, and it ends when the catalog ends. That's not going to happen this time. Good morning, Eddie. They are releasing the last chance list, so some things will be on sale like they have been in the past. Not everything, but some things that they've got overstock of. And then at the end of the catalog, all that stuff goes into what used to be the clearance rack on the website, but is now being called last chance list or last chance products. So anything that doesn't sell out from the mini catalog that is being retired is going to be still available until it sells out, along with all the other stuff that we have in the clearance rack at the moment. So it's a little bit different than normal. And I think it's going to be really good, because if you don't have the money at Christmas time, you can get them in January. So make sure you ask if you're still looking for stuff from that mini catalog, make sure you ask your family for product credit or cash, or, sorry, I'm just hearing something outside. Contact me if you want a gift certificate, want them to give you a gift certificate to get the stuff. So I'm kind of excited that it's not a finite end anymore. It's going to carry on, and while supplies last, we're going to be able to see it right there in so on the online store, you go to the menu, go to specials, and then it's now called clearance rack, but it will be changed to the last chance list, and then everything will be available, will be shown there that is on the last chance. And a lot of the stuff will be deeply discounted because they do up to 60% discount when things hit the last chance list, which is amazing. But there's a few things in that catalog I still want to get, but I don't want to get them until I know whether they're carrying forward or not, because there's no use me getting it now for the next 3 weeks. I want to be able to show it to you guys. So I'm going to wait until the list goes tonight, and then I'll be able to tell if any of the stuff that I still want to order is still available to use in January. All right, so let me flip you around. It's been a busy morning for me already. I had to go what they call over the hump, which is through our mountain pass out of town to meet up with Maria to give her the catalogs for Powell River. So if you are watching this, you live in Powell River and you're one of my customers, Maria is taking the catalogs back today. Valerie's going to pick them up, and then she will be in touch with you to arrange time for you to go get your catalog. Thank you, Maria. I do appreciate it. Saved me the headache because we still have our postal strike, so nothing is going out in the mail, and my pile is getting bigger and bigger. Okay, so here's the special release designer paper that's happening tonight at midnight. You'll be able to get this. Refreshed Beauty is in peaches and greens. Serene Love is in blues and greens. And then Shades and Hues are in 4 different colors. Fresh Freesia, Moonlight, Misty Moonlight, Petal Pink, and Pool Party. So these will be $17 a package, like all of our other DSP, and you won't see it in print anywhere. They'll just be on the online. They'll just be in the online store. Or, of course, I will be getting them and using them because I like them. The one that they're redoing, hang on a sec. This one here, the Serene Love one, that one used to be Blackberry. That one? No, that one was black and white. This one here, Refreshed Beauty. This one used to be Blackberry Bliss, and it was stunning paper. Hello, Nadine. Okay, so I'm going to shut up now, and we're going to do some stamping. So here's the card I have for you today. This ribbon is not that narrow in person, so you'll be able to, I'm going to show you how to make it narrower, and it's got that lovely gold edge on it. And then this is the dies from the frozen edges, so that one and these ones. And I'm going to show you how I got those multicolors on those snowflakes. And then I'm going to do something a little bit different to the background. I've got a blending brush, and I thought we would add some ink to that designer paper, which is the Snowy Scenes designer paper, and add a little bit of texture around the outside. And then this is the, hang on, Peaceful Seasons dies. And I've used Blackberry Bliss because that's the color of the ribbon. And then there's the inside. Now this is where it changes, because when I got the dies, I did not get the stamp set. But through a set of happy coincidences, somebody ordering something twice, I ended up with the stamp set. So I'm going to use it instead of these. Came from the Sophisticated Sled bundle, and I'm going to use the ones that come with the Frozen Edges stamp set. Blackberry Bliss, oops, and Petal Pink. Apparently you can't see that. And then I'm going to be using the Frozen Edges. There's the stamp set, and I'm going to use these. I didn't think I liked this stamp set, but you know, I'm glad I got it. I don't know whether this is retiring or not. I will know that tonight at midnight. And then there's the dies. There's 2 dies. This die will cut this out, I do believe. And it's I might be wrong. It's a rubber stamp. No, it does not cut them out. Okay, so that's a totally separate die, which is fine. So there's the stamp. So when I stamp with this, you'll see I don't even have the label on yet. I haven't had chance. And then greetings of the season for Mary, which I'm using here. And sophisticated sled is where I got the stamp for the inside, but I'm not using it. I'm going to use the other one. I'm going to finish it off with some iridescent basic jewels. And we have these peaceful season dies for the Christmas part. Okay, so to make this card, Blackberry Bliss 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4 and folded in half. Let me just get that out of my way. Then I have another piece of Blackberry Bliss that is 1 1/4 by 4, and another piece that is 1 1/4 by 4. So one I'm going to use for the sentiment and one for the snowflakes. Piece of basic white that is 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside. And then 2 by 5.5 to do the die cut. I don't have the sentiment piece in here. Oh, well, I will get it. Snowy Scenes designer paper, 5 1/4 by 4. Gold foil, 1 by 4. And I don't have the adhesive sheet on here yet, but I wanted to show you how to do it. So when we make this, I'm going to be layering the gold on top of the Blackberry Bliss. And here's that ribbon. So you can see how wide it is compared to how wide it is on my card. So I'm going to show you how to make that a little bit narrower. Okay, I'm going to grab a piece of white for the sentiment and adhesive sheet. So there's a few different ways to attach your adhesive sheet to your cardstock, and I am going to show you my favorite way. Get everything out of the way here. So this is gold foil, and I'm going to put it on the back side, and then I keep all my offcuts in a separate container, so when I need to do a piece, I can go through it and see if there's something big enough, but it's not. It won't, no. So we're going to use this one. So I need a piece that is about 1 1/8 by 3 7/8. So you can get your paper trimmer out and you can do that, or you can do it the way I do it. So I just put this on here like this, and I've offset it a little bit more than I want to because, good morning, Kathy. I'm just going to trim around the outside like this. Now, I've seen people take the liner off and put your cardstock on there and then cut around, but that exposes too much of the adhesive for me, because if you touch this adhesive sheet, it comes off. So now I have the back of my gold, and I have my piece of adhesive sheet, and I'm just going to put my nail in between the two layers there and pull back the liner. So that's the side that has the sticky on it. And you line it up on your cardstock like this. And I still have the liner on here so that I don't have to touch that adhesive, and then just pull. And if you get it on straight, it works. If you don't get it on straight, like I didn't, then just trim off any excess that's sticking out, because it will stick to your cutting plates. And then I take my pencil and I do this on it. That tells me that there's adhesive sheet on there, because this is white background and you may not be able to distinguish depending on how good your vision is. And some days mine is not that good. Okay, so we have the basic white, and this is 2 by 5.5, and I'm going to cut out the frozen edges die. So I'm going to put it down as far as I can while keeping it straight, and then I'm centering it side to side. I'm just going to grab some Post-it pieces here and hold it in place while I move it over to my machine. We'll get that one on the cutting plate. So did everybody have a good weekend? My weekend was busy but lovely because we had baseball game for our grandsons to go to yesterday. This is the background for the Christmas, and I'm cutting that out of Blackberry Bliss. So that was fun. And then Cameron came home with us, and him and I made dinner last night. I know. What? Glenda was in the kitchen? I was. Yes, I was. Not planned, believe me. But I wanted to try something new. I found a recipe for ham and cheese pinwheels. And I thought they sounded really good. So you just take puff pastry, and I just bought it at the store. I did not make it myself. And you roll it out till it's like a fair size, right? Rectangular fair size. And then you lay ham on it, and then you lay cheese. Now we used grated cheese because that's all I had, and you can use it, but we found that it leaked out. So I'm going to get sheets of cheese instead. And then you just roll it up like a jelly roll, and you cut it in, they said 1/2 inch pieces. And that's what we did. And then you bake them at 375 for about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on your oven. And holy Aunt Jemima, were they good? I was expecting salty, but because of the ham we used, it was not salty at all. And you don't put any seasoning on it. You can if you want, but we didn't put any seasoning on it at all. And it was absolutely scrumptious. Cameron ate 9 of them. So that just goes to show you how good they were. Okay, so I have my snowflakes cut out. Eddie was cold but had a crafty day with Sherry on Saturday. Oh, that's awesome. Nothing better than crafty days, right? Then a friend of mine was in town for a craft fair on Saturday, so I popped up to see her. And I had new stuff in the craft room, so I was having fun playing with the new stuff. It was a good weekend. I enjoyed it. And the weather was not too rainy. We got to enjoy outside. We did put our Christmas lights up yesterday as well, inside and outside. So our neighbor phoned last night to say thank you for her Christmas lights. She lives alone, and so she doesn't do a lot of stuff for Christmas anymore. And when we put our lights on the fence between her and us, we weave it back and forth over the pickets so that she has some lights on her side too. Okay, so there's that die cut. So this one is different because it die cuts some pieces, but some of them are just, they're die cut, but they don't come out. And then there's a few that are die cut that look like they're embossed. So you don't get a lot of pieces coming out of that. Kathy had her grandson, so lots of fun with him. No crafting though. Oh, that's okay, Kathy. Grandchildren come first in my world. Always come first. They even come before my children and my husband. Poor hubby Ted. Tell you, he used to be first on the list. He's been relegated to not first on the list. He became second on the list when we had our children. And then when we had our grandchildren, he's third on the list. But I told him, I love you, but you're not first on my list anymore. So it's a good thing that the other ones don't live with us. Because can you imagine that poor guy? Okay. Did my Christmas, so we'll pop that out. Like that. Time for some new Post-it note pieces. Okay, now there is the dot of the I is still in there, and I'm going to leave it in there till I get this on, and then I can use it. Is your hubby the same? That's funny, Kathy. Okay, so we're going to, I've just taken the liner off of part of this sentiment because I don't like touching it because that takes the sticky off. And then I just slowly expose more of it as I line the letters up. Sometimes this one takes a little bit of persuading to fold back in line again because it stretches quite a bit when you take the liner off. And we decorated inside, we put the tree up, and I put all my ornaments that mean something to me. So I've been taking the local grandchildren to our local Christmas store that pops up every year for the past 12 or 13 years now. And they are allowed to pick any ornament they want. So those ones went on my tree. Some of them I have, some of them went home with them to their house, to their tree. But I like putting up the ones that I have because it's fun to see how they've progressed over the years in their taste for um, Christmas ornaments. James has always chosen one that means something to where he is in his life. So last year he was working a lot on the farm doing farm stuff, hay and cattle and all sorts of stuff. So he was driving a tractor. So he bought himself the tractor last year. This year he's doing that, but he's enjoying golf. So he bought himself a golf ball ornament. So it's really fun to watch and see how they have progressed over the years. And then of course all the ones that people have given me, those I put those up as well. Okay, so now I'm going to use enamel effects to put the bling on the snowflakes, and I'm going to use a palette knife and the white and the gold. So the gold comes from the metallic ones, the white comes from the pearlized ones. And if you are at home and have a silicone mat, use it, but you have to wash it right away afterwards. So I'm not. I'm just putting it on some paper towel and using it. Okay, so that's the white, and this is the gold. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit on my palette knife and just kind of, I've got way too much there. Holy man. And I'm just dabbing it on to areas of the snowflakes. Probably should have done this a while ago because I think this might take a while to dry. And you know what? Let's just put some on here too. I've got a lot out there. So let's try something funky. I'm not going to make this as thick. So all I'm doing is just dotting it. Oh, this is going to look pretty. Do you guys have the enamel effects? Okay, so that's the white. Now I'm going to get the gold. I'm going to add gold. Now I'm not putting it all over. I still want there to be some Blackberry Bliss showing through. And you can overlap them too. Can you see what I'm doing? Am I am I in the camera? There's that, and then we'll do the same thing on this one. Oops, I just stuck my finger in it. Now this, now that I've got it all on there, I'm just going to tap, 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 and kind of spread that out a little bit. Let's get a little bit more gold on there. Oops, keep your fingers out of it, Molly. Does anybody else do that? You put something like this on, and then you're always putting your finger in it to see if it's dry yet. So there's that die cut with the enamel effects on it. Look at that. Just look at the bling. Okay, that's going over there to dry. Don't let me forget to do my um, Share It Saturday draw too. So I'm going to do the same thing on this one. I'm just going to go in and just kind of take off those blotches because otherwise it will take too long to dry. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put those off to the side to dry so I don't stick my hand in like I just did. Come on. Don't want sparkle on my finger. Okay, now I've got it everywhere. Good gracious. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to do the background. Do I have the stamping paper? Yes, I do. So this one I didn't put shadows around the outside, but I thought let's try it because I'm going to have time. Sorry, my computer just did something funky here. There we go. Anybody out there have the enamel effects? Have you used them? What have you used them on? Okay, I have a blending brush and petal pink ink. And I'm just going to go around the edges just to darken them up because there's a real subtle pattern, snowflake pattern on this piece of designer paper. And I'm thinking that I will be able to bring it out a little bit more. But apparently my petal pink ink needs to be re-inked. Okay, I hear you. Nadine put enamel effects on her nails and she still has it there. How long has it been, Nadine? Does it last a long time? That's cool. Eddie hasn't tried them yet? Oh, Eddie. Get them out. Have fun with them. Because they don't do you any good sitting in your closet or in a drawer. Oops. Okay. Let's try this again with some ink this time. Now this is real subtle. Petal pink is not a dark ink. There we go. That's getting color on there now. And I just want to go around the whole outside. So this is my new time now. 10 o'clock in the morning for Monday mornings. I'm going to try it. 9:30 was a bit early for people. So I'm going to try 10 o'clock and we'll see how it goes. Except I think it's next week. No, on the 16th, on December the 16th, it will be 8:30 in the morning because I have a dentist appointment that I booked a year ago at 10 o'clock. So if you missed that one, the replay will be there for you. And I can't reschedule because you know how hard it is to get into a dentist these days. It's just for my annual checkup. Okay, so now we have some ink around the outside of that. That's cool. I like that. Okay. Put some stuff away. Now I'm just going to take my paper towel and go over top. just to wipe off any excess that might be on there. Now you won't get the emboss resist because this paper is not embossed, but you never know when it's going to help. Nadine didn't try to put it on her nails. It just happened. A happy accident, right, Nadine? I love it. Okay, ribbon. Where did it go? There it is. And it's been on there a week. Nice. Okay, so here's my ribbon, and I only want half of it. So I'm just going to cut it in half. Like that. And that's going to give me the half width I need for the top of this card front, because I decided full width was a little bit too wide, and I just wanted, and of course it's not, because it's cut by a human, it's not straight, but that's okay, because when I'm going to overlap it just a bit at the top, and then it sits on top of Blackberry Bliss, so if it's not straight, you don't know. Okay. Now, the next step, am I dry? Oh yeah, it's dry. Okay, just let me grab a silicone mat, because I didn't put adhesive sheet on the back of this. So now I have to put Tombow. And I filled my bottle up on the weekend. Now it is completely full, which is cool. So I'm just going in, doing some dots, not a lot, because I don't want to glue these pieces down. I just want them to stay. So I'm just going around the centers. Of all of those cutout snowflakes. I'll do that one though, and that tip. Then I know that it's stuck there. And in between the snowflakes. And I can see there's some pieces have not come out yet, but we'll deal with those in a sec. Okay. There's that. And see if I can get these pieces out. There's two over here. All right. Now that goes on to the designer paper. And I've got more ink here than down there, so I'm going to make that the top. Let's just turn this around this way. It's just easier for me to do it this way. And I'm going to line that up right at the top of the designer paper. Now, this is longer than I need, which I usually do. So it goes right from side to side. There we go. Now, because I didn't put adhesive on these parts, they're sticking up and giving dimension to your card. Now flip it over and cut off the excess. Now it does have glue on it, so just make sure it doesn't fall on top of a project. There we go. Oh, that's so pretty with all that bling. Can you guys see the bling on that? Can you see the enamel effects? Look at that. Okay, now we're going to put our ribbon on it. So I'm going to put some Stamp and Seal up towards the top on both ends. And then I'm going to line my ribbon up just slightly above that and wrap it around. Like that. So you can see on the back how I've kind of got it a little bit above. Perfect. Now grab a couple of pieces of tear and tape to hold those in place. I don't want them moving. And you can see that when I put it on, I kind of angled them down a bit at the back. That's so I could get that tear and tape over top of it and hold it in place. And then get the Stamp and Seal, and we'll put Stamp and Seal around the rest of it. So that it sticks down good to your card base. Remove the liners from the tear and tape. So what are you guys up to today? We got stuff going on? Crafty stuff? Christmas stuff? Now that Thanksgiving is over in the US, time to eat up all those turkey leftovers. There we go. And because it's going on the same color, you can't even tell that it's not cut straight. How cool is that? Okay, now bring in the snowflakes. These are not quite dry yet, but that's okay. I'm going to get rid of this because there's still a big glob there, and I know that it's going to end up on my fingers. So I'm just going to put those over to the side because they're not quite dry yet. And get out my dimensionals. And because the Merry and the Christmas are popped up. I have glue on my fingers. There we go. Now, where's my one that I trim? So if you live in Canada and don't have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. And we can get a catalog on its way to you. So just send me a message and we will make that happen because you're going to want this catalog. When I delivered it to Maria this morning, she said, I already know what I'm ordering. I don't know how she's seen the catalog because I certainly didn't show it. Okay, so that's going to go there like that. So we'll just take the liners off here. So there is something in this catalog for everybody. And it's not Christmas, it's spring. There's even, if you are a camper, there's even a camping bundle in there, which I think is amazing. All right, now I'm going to get my Blackberry Bliss ink. And if you're enjoying my video, please hit those emojis. Let Facebook know you're enjoying my video. And I'm going to stamp the Merry. Now this is a bit bigger than I want it, so I'm just going to stamp it down towards the bottom and then cut it off. So the new catalog will be available for non-demonstrators to order on the 7th of January, which is when celebration starts. And you can earn free stuff with every $75 in Canada. And I think it's $60 in the States. And there's some cool stuff in that celebration brochure too. All right, put the Merry on. And then we'll do the inside. Should have put some copper on there too. Should we go back and put copper on the white part as well as the gold and white? Okay, Mary's going to go right above there. Of course, it helps if you get it straight on it. Let's see if that's better. There we go. Anybody want me to try to put a little bit of copper on there? I'll do it once the card is done because, yeah, I don't want to get my fingers in it. Okay, inside piece. I didn't get the sentiment out for the inside. Oops. It's okay. I will get a block. So my day today is going to be playing with new stuff. And I am excited. I'm in a couple of swaps with other demonstrators, and I've got one set of swaps already done and addressed, waiting for the postal strike to be over. And I have one more. I have the card made for the other one. I just have to do the swap part. So I'm putting it over towards the right-hand side of the inside piece because I'm going to put snowflakes along the edge. And then I have this. Oh, you can't see. There's no label. I have this nice big snowflake stamp from the Frozen Edges stamp set. So I'm inking it up. And I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to move it and do it second time. Oh, perfect. Then we'll just do that. And, oh, look. Those are amazing snowflakes. So let's do the envelope while we're here. So tell me in the comments, do you like doing the double stamping, or do you think I should just leave it first generation stamping, or ink stamp where you get the second generation in behind? Let me know which one you like better. Right, close that, because Blackberry Bliss is one of those ones that jumps out of the ink pad and goes all over your project when you're not looking. So I got a new butterfly bundle that's in the new catalog. Told Wayne can't mail anything to you until postal strike goes over. Afraid it'll be in the, yes. They Canada Post proposed some amendments to the contract that they're hoping will get things working again. So we'll see. It's been 3 weeks. 3 weeks, 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks last Friday. And I can't imagine how things are piling up. So I'm going to put some glue on the back side of the snowflakes right in the middle. And my pile grows every day of all the stuff I have to mail. Thankfully, Amazon came through for Blake's birthday present. I just ordered it right from Amazon and had it shipped up there. Then I didn't have to worry about that. And we're going up there for Christmas, so I don't have to worry about that part. But my club members, my out-of-town club members, it's awful because I have stuff to send to them and my team members, and it's all sitting there. And of course, all the thank you cards and everything. Okay, there's our card. I haven't put the iridescent pearls on yet, but I think I'm going to take some of the copper and just put a couple of dabs of copper on there. Just on the white part, not on the snowflakes, because they're already on the card. But I should be able to add copper to this top one. Oh yeah. I just won't be able to go down too far. There we go. Aw, thanks, Eddie. Yeah, this is one of the die bundles I got that I wasn't sure I was going to like at first. Okay, iridescent pearls, and then we'll do the draw. Oh, all right then. Apparently I'm out of iridescent pearls and have to open a new package. So these are from the annual catalog. And they are, well, they're iridescent, so they have, depending on what you're putting it next to, that pulls out the pinks and the purples. They're really quite pretty. And apparently they've kind of moved all over the place. So let's just get them back where they're supposed to be. That's what happens when they get mangled in the box, and these ones did. I had to order these for a customer, and then I had to replace it with one of my packages because it did this. There we are. And then there's one hiding up here. It belongs to right there. There we are. Now we can put them on there. Let's get one big one. And I'm going to put it right up there. And then little one right there. And I put one in the middle of this snowflake. Then I think I'm going to put another one over here because why not? It's my card. I can add a whole bunch if I want, right? And we're done. Didn't even take an hour to do. And there's what it looks like with all those enamel effects on there. Didn't have to use Wink of Stella because the enamel effects do the same thing, but with colors. So which one do you like better? Do you like the one with the enamel effects, or do you like the one without the enamel effects? Which one? On the white. They both have enamel effects on the snowflakes. All right. And while you are telling me which one you like better, I'm just going to get my table clean here so I can reach my computer and we can do the draw for Share It Saturday for November the 23rd. There we are. Get my list, get my pencil. Nadine likes both of them. Thanks, Nadine. I appreciate all your comments. And all of you that are out there watching or catching the replay, please hit those emojis. Or if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button that's right down there. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, I am going to do that. Take my phone down. Hopefully without turning it off. Oh, thanks, Jackie. And then I'm going to go like this. And we'll go over here to the Wheel of Names for Share It Saturday, November the 23rd. Gotta find my delete button. Where's my delete button? Oh, I can't see it. There it is. Okay, delete that, delete the row. We had a lot of entries this week. It was awesome. Okay, and the winner of the November 22nd Share It Saturday draw is, drum roll please, Kathy or Peggy. Who's it gonna be? Peggy, congratulations. Peggy's card number 3 is the winner for today. Now, some of you may know, there we are, that I do $100 shopping spree draw every time. So every time you place a minimum $60 order, you get 1 square on the draw board. When the draw board is full, I draw for a $100 shopping spree. There's 1 spot left on the current one. So the next person to put a minimum $60 order in is going to be in the draw for that $100 shopping spree. I love giving stuff away. It's so much fun. And I know I alluded to something new coming in January with my classes. So what it is, and you guys are the first to know, because nobody else is going to know until it goes in my newsletter tomorrow. Hang on. There. So anybody who places an order for the bundle that's featured in one of my classes, and it doesn't matter whether it's the club class subscription one or if I put on an extra one, anybody who purchases the bundle during the registration period for that class is going to get the card kits for the class for free. Now, I will do any of the embossing and die cutting that doesn't involve the bundle for you. And I will mail them to you if you live out of town. You have to live in Canada, though. Unfortunately, I can't do this outside the country. But if you live in Canada, and so January, one of my classes features the More Than Autumn bundle. So if you order that More Than Autumn bundle from me between when I posted the registration, which was a week or so ago, up to the 15th of December, then you're going to get the card kits for the 3 featured cards for free from me. Cool, eh? And if I do a second class in the month, which most of the time I do, then it's the same thing. If you order the featured bundle during the registration period for the class, then you are going to get the card kits for free from me. I love this. I've been wanting to do this for a while and just could not wrap my head around how to get it done. January, it's starting. So right now it is More Than Autumn is what we'll be doing in January. I know I should have done it in December, but I didn't do it in December. So it's going to happen in January, where it's still snowy, right? It's still hot chocolate season. And there is, if you get my monthly tutorial, there's a 3D project this month for that, for the subscription exclusive project is a 3D thing. So you'll be able to use it now or at Christmas next year. Okay, that's it for me. Anybody got any questions? Yes, congratulations, Peggy. And once our mail system goes back to work, I will be mailing your card out to you with a little gifty on the inside from me. Thanks, everybody. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I will be back on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock with a fun fold. Yep, it's a fun fold. Not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to join me in my VIP group or on YouTube. I don't do that one on my page. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you soon in my craft room. Stampin' Smiles. Bye for now.